signed into law a bill which will withdraw from the International Criminal Court. The ICC's prosecutor opened a preliminary investigation into allegations of human rights abuses in Burundi. The crisis in the Central African country began last year when Mr. Nkurunziza announced he would seek a controversial third term. Hundreds of people have died in the political violence that followed. The Burundian authorities have accused the ICC of being a tool in the hands of Western countries. The African Union peacekeeping mission in Somalia, AMISOM, says al-Shabaab militants have been driven out of the strategic town of Afgoya. Al-Shabaab fighters attacked the town, which is 30 kilometers from the capital Mogadishu, on Tuesday. A bomb was detonated outside Afgoya's police headquarters. AMISOM says the police were able to hold off the attack until the Somali National Army and AMISOM troops arrived. Local residents told the BBC that many civilians and soldiers had been injured. Afgoya is on the main road connecting Mogadishu to southwest Somalia. Patriarch Kirill, on the first visit to Britain by a head of the Russian Orthodox Church in 50 years, has met Queen Elizabeth and the Archbishop of Canterbury. The visit comes at a time of strained relations between the two countries, with Archbishop Welby recently describing Russia's bombing of Aleppo as evil, demonic, and showing absolute contempt for the human spirit. Patriarch Kirill, a strong supporter of President Putin, claimed earlier this year that Russia was waging a holy war in the Middle East. BBC.
Hello and welcome to News Hour from the BBC World Service. It's coming to you live from London. I'm Tim Franks. In a moment, the jihadists of Islamic State face their biggest battle in Iraq as Iraqi forces push towards Mosul. We'll hear from our correspondents in the north of the country. Also today, why a region of Belgium is holding up a huge transatlantic trade deal, and what is the name of the Prime Minister of Wallonia. We'll have the story of a bizarre shooting in Mexico.
My mum took me to work one day, a house where she was a domestic worker, the daughter of the owner, who was the same age as me, 10, stopped by the door. She said, "Hey, Ale." I hardly managed to turn around to see her when I felt the shot. She shot me with a .22 caliber rifle.
And how the ordeal continues for Ale. We'll hear that story of life in a wheelchair in Mexico City in about 15 minutes. Also in the programme, Bruce Springsteen opens up on self-doubt.
Whenever I would judge myself, I'd say, okay, I know I'm a phony. But I'm also the realest thing you've ever seen at the same time. So I bounce back between those two things depending on the day and the evening. To be a successful creator or musician, you have to be able to hold two completely opposite ideas.